Hey y'all, so before we even get into this, I want to preface this by saying that I do thankfully have a great relationship with my own mom. So I wanted to make that clear because I know people gonna be like, dang, why she always got videos like this talk about like these crazy evil behind moms. It's not because of my mom, it's just I know that there are people who don't have great moms, and it's like people try to act like, oh, your mom is this and this and that. No, our moms, and thankfully my mom is this and this and that. She is a great mom, and though some people don't have that, and just because someone is the person or party who brought you in, whether it's your biological mother or father, it does not make them good people just because of the fact that they are now a paternal figure to another human being. That doesn't mean that they're good people. So I just want to help remove that harmful rhetoric and narratives. So let's get into, I have 2 videos that will prove my point. Let's get into it.
Hitting me with his head! He's hitting me!
Look at what she's doing. I'm not even doing it.
Yes! He stopped the recording! Help! Help!
Not doing anything. I'm really not.
Help!
Please back away from me. Please
Give me
back
my
away.
bag!
Please back away from me. Can I just have my stuff? I just want my stuff. You saw what she just did, right?
No, he's hitting me with his hand on my
You're
toe.
choking!
Send the local police! Help!
I'm not even doing anything. Like, I just want my AirPods and I'll leave. Like, she just keeps on taking my stuff and I want it back.
You already know I had to interject real quick because especially after seeing the son with his mom, that is so next level, because as seeing my own brother and then other males that have healthy relationships with their moms, they are mama's boys. Like that whole mama's boy, daddy girl thing, you don't know what mama's boy is until you have a younger brother. Especially in our case, he's the youngest, so you don't know a baby of the child of the group until you see the mother-son relationship. And I say that in the most honest and pure way possible. So for his mom to be behaving this way with him is just so heartbreaking. And they say like you can tell how a man's going to treat you by how he treats his mom. I guess that's not always true, because what is a healthy way for a 15-year-old to treat his mother in this situation? If he learns how to treat himself properly, much less another human being properly after experiencing something like this for years on end, would be a remarkable testament to his strength, honestly, because that's so horrible. That's so messed up. That was literally so heartbreaking, and understanding firsthand and seeing the dynamics of a mother-son relationship, it's honestly heartbreaking and despicable that she would, in the current climate, call the police on her son over a lie, while she is the one who is hurting him. She's calling, acting like it's him hurting her. That is diabolical and evil and very sick and sinister. And I can only imagine what she experienced as a child. It's not an excuse, but it could be considered a reason. But I can only imagine what she experienced or who she is to have done that to her son. And, I typically, I try to steer away from shame, but to some level, judging people and shame has a space. And to be frank, she should be ashamed of herself. I've only said that about 2 people so far on this channel. This mother and the one who there was someone else I said it. Oh, the woman who made that nasty joke to the elderly man about asking him to do something incredibly inappropriate to him. And I felt that way about the other mom who tried to beat up her daughter because the mom's boyfriend was violating the daughter, so she tried to attack her. So I felt that way about her as well. So I don't usually go to the full length of saying that someone should be ashamed of themselves, but when it comes to ruining a child's innocence in any way, shape, or form, I think that all parties should be ashamed of themselves. I don't care what part you play. If you increasingly and purposefully destroy a child's innocence and a child's confidence and a child's self-esteem and a child's way that they feel about themselves, you should feel ashamed of yourself. And I say that as someone who is a confidence coach, so I really mean that stuff. So let's see how this woman is treating her daughter. And all of these things I'm going to say are alleged because for legal reasons, but let's see.
My petty, jealous, annoying, my mom is not a good mom to me, experiences as the only girl. She keeps a roll of napkins in her room so that I won't use them. And if I do use them or if I want my own, she makes me cash app her. They're from Dollar Tree, by the way. My brother's birthday was the 3rd. It is currently the 8th. And she is planning on throwing him a party because he was out. This was her on my birthday. She gets $500 in food stamps, by the way. And no, I did not get a happy birthday. Well, I got one, but it was like a Bitmoji that said happy birthday. And so I didn't say thank you because she sent me that at like 11:59, literally. She's been making me send her $50 to $60 for my phone bill every month. And if I don't, she threatens to turn it off. So I finally called them last month and my phone bill is $30. When I was paying her $300 for rent because I thought our rent was $1,000 and I lost my job, so I could only give $150, and she kept saying how that was nothing. So I texted our landlord to find out how much our rent was, and our rent was $532 because of Section 8. She has no expensive bills in her life. I had to learn to cook because she wouldn't cook for me. The only time she offers me a plate is when she knows I'm about to cook something good. She doesn't know how to compliment. I made my boyfriend a wing platter for his birthday, and when she came to take one of the chickens, and when I asked her how was it, she said it's too salty, and then she came back begging for more, and so I made her admit that it was good, and she was like, okay, it's really good. It's like, what's the point of that? When I first started cooking, she would always laugh or just be in the kitchen, and you could tell when someone's like condescending. They're just like, she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like I'm cooking some bullshit and I'll be making rice and beans, like, you know what I'm doing. I am ranting, and this feels a little wrong, but it's like I wouldn't have to talk about these experiences if they weren't actually happening to me. So I don't know. I've been with my boyfriend for close to 4 years now, and he tells me that because of her, he still doesn't feel like family. And you guys already know from the Christmas video, my brother has been with that girl for like 4 months. No, she has never gotten him a gift. Also, speaking of that, when she saw us the day after Christmas, she was like, so you guys really didn't get me a gift? The gift she got me on Christmas, I don't know if you guys saw my haul video, but I said that I left it at my cousin's because I was drinking. And so I saw the bag hung up in our in the hallway. So I was like, wait, where is it? So I went in her room and she put it like in her perfume collection. I didn't ask for a bag because like if someone, like, you would give it back to the person if you really wanted them to have it. Like just have it. I don't want that shit. My mom was the only person to ever make fun of my teeth to my face, like before I had braces. And so I grew up always wanting them. I would ask for them, but insurance denied me. They accepted my brother, but they denied me. From the time I was a child, my mom has always made fun of my teeth. Like, she used to say, oh, you need to get those teeth fixed so that you don't have to cover your mouth every time you laugh. And instead of paying for them, she just made fun of me. And she had braces 2 times in her life since I was a child that she had to pay for out of her own pocket, obviously. But it's like, she had braces 3 times her whole life. Not once. One time my brother made her cry, and so I went off on him, and I low-key made him cry. And my mom called me and she said, hey, why are you making him cry? Stop. I don't need your defending. I'd never defended her since that day. When I was in aesthetic school, she said, oh, what are you gonna make your career out of? Coloring eyebrows and putting on lashes that fall off after a day? My phone was off for 2 years. in high school. When I was 9 years old, I told her that I would trust the devil before I ever trust her, and she got really mad at me, but that was a core memory for me. I'm shaking. I'm so mad.
I have said this in so many videos. The child who gets the most brunt from a parent is the oldest child that is the same gender as that parent. So the mom is typically the hardest on the oldest daughter, and then ends up, from what I've seen, really, really spoiling the younger daughter, but is really intense on the oldest daughter. And the father would be super, super intense on the oldest son and super, super, super lax on the youngest son. It's a very, very weird dichotomy, and it seems to me that those type of parents do that to make the oldest child jealous and then mess up their relationship. That's what it seems to me. Additionally, I have noticed that when parents that are like that and malicious have multiple children, even if they don't have an opposite gender, like they don't have another child, that's the same gender as the one that they really, really take their frustration out on, they will do everything in their power to make that particular child angry or upset or jealous or do horrible things like that girl's mother allegedly does to her. And it's so ridiculous how people can have children and just treat them any kind of way. I understand that when you're growing up and you're young or you're developing, you're a first time at this, you're trying this thing out for the first time. But I also know, as someone who is an older sibling, that there are times where I have done things to my younger siblings that, after seeing the way that they responded, I did things that were done to me to them, and based on how they responded, I realized that perhaps that thing was not okay. And so I would either apologize or I would change my actions moving forward if I didn't come right out and apologize. So I also know enough to know that even if you are witness to things that are not the proper way to do things, and you end up repeating those cycles, there is a moment where you can reflect based on how that person received it and recognize, okay, perhaps this is not the best way to handle this particular situation. I also can understand and recognize that when parents have you at really, really, really young ages, they are still growing up as well. So you are growing up with them, and you see the best and the worst of them as well, to some level, depending on how much your parent shields you from that side of them, from different sides, or how they treat you. With that being said, there is no excuse for this alleged behavior from this girl's mother. There is no excuse. Doesn't matter. There is no excuse for her to ostracize her daughter out and go out of her way to make her daughter feel less than or worthless or unloved. And that, to me, shows that that girl's mother allegedly has no self-esteem and hates herself. So she takes it out on her daughter because she knows that her daughter just wants her love and acceptance. And parents that are trifling, to say the least, will go out of their way to make their children earn their love and pit the children against each other and try to cause division and things because they want someone to work to earn their love. And so then they hurt that child again because they're like, ha ha, ha ha. And then let's see how much you try to work your way into my good graces. The best thing to do in those particular parental situations is to cut them off, because they are going to take you on an emotional roller coaster for your entire life. There's nothing you can do to win that love from that parent. There's nothing. You can't be better. You can't be worse. There is literally nothing you can do to win the affection of someone like that other than not be here. Because if you're gone, then they'll put on this whole thing and this whole play of how sad they are when they know that they drove you to that space. So it's dangerous, in my personal opinion, and from experiences of myself and experience of other people that I have observed, it is dangerous to continue to be around people that do not wish your best interest and that secretly hate you or could be jealous of you, even if they are your parent. And God forbid, if this is someone's mother, I am so sorry for you. I don't feel sorry, because I hate to say I feel sorry for you, but I have a level of compassion for you that is unmatched. Because having a mom like mine, it's unfathomable for me to see situations like these, but I know that they exist because I have seen it through other people's experiences. And I have witnessed it and I have experienced it, not from the same level, but my mom wasn't perfect, so let's be clear there. But overall, if I had to give her a grade, I'd give her an A plus in most situations, but an A overall. So, because humans are humans, and she had me when she was young, and that's just the reality of the matter. With that being said, though, I recognize that not everyone has that situation, and it's okay to say that some people's parents were horrible. I have experienced certain things from different situations, but I have grown to the place where I only want to, I don't want to do certain things, so I'm not going to go into that at this point. But the point is that, not everyone has people around them that actually care for them. And I know that it's challenging to accept that to some level, but it's also dangerous to ignore it. It's dangerous to ignore someone who continually has proven and shows you that they do not like you, that they do not have your best interests at heart, that they are jealous of you, that they borderline despise you. It is very, very, very dangerous to ignore that and continue to paint, as my mom would say, paint the red flags green. You have to see those things for what they are, no matter how painful it is. Recognize it and remove yourself from those situations, because those people only intensify. We saw the girl's mom who tried to get her with a knife because the mom's boyfriend was being inappropriate. We saw that. We saw that with our eyes. We literally saw that in the video. It's on my page. We saw it. So those things happen, and worse. So if your parent has explicitly shown you through these videos, examples, that they do not like you, it is potential that you are in danger. From experiences that I've experienced and experiences from other people that I've seen and witnessed, and just seeing the news and reports, when you are around people that secretly and outwardly despise you, you always have to look over your shoulder, and sometimes they can be pushed to an edge and you don't even realize it. And it's by the time you realize what happened, it is too late, because you are already in a situation and now you have to bounce back from it. So you have to be aware of these things and recognize it, no matter how painful it might be to you, to recognize that the person you love really does not love you. But it's better you do that than walk around the rest of your life trying to win their affections only to be hurt by them. I've noticed also, this is the last thing I'm going to say on this. I've noticed that those type of people will also purposefully create situations in your life that are hard and make your life unnecessarily challenging, to be the person that you call later to vent, and you think that they're trying to help you, but really they're the ones that set you up in the situation in the first place. That happens so much. There's so many examples I can think of people that I thought were helping me, but I come to find out that they are the reason why I'm in the situation that I'm asking them for advice and help on. Meanwhile, they're the ones causing it. Supposed to be relatives, supposed to be friends. So that's why I'm saying you have to be mindful, because people that show you outwardly, secretly, however, that they really can't stand you, you have to be aware of that, because those people are and can be potentially have the potential to be dangerous. Once again, everything that I said in this video was alleged, but please do feel free to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe, because it really does help. And I will see you next time. Bye.